All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Tennessee Titans taking on the NFC champions, the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great...
It's the AFL, NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Seymour. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Uncorks one for Davis. That's caught inside the 20. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. A big play that time for the Titans. 43 yards. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
We're going to keep getting sacks.
From the 15 now after the sack. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Seymour. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick here is good. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 35 on second down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards and a giant first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Set. AT Gator. What we got? What we got? Leo. Crouch. Gone. Deep grip.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards, good for a giant first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Here's Allen on first and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Would have put him in the lead, but hold that thought.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. 17 yards to pick up there.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter.
Hard. He's coming, double up. Switch.
On second down, here's Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Hey, team sit by.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 17-yard line.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Ready, break.
On first down, Allen. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long.
Let's get out the field, defense. 55, come on, guys, 55. I got you.
From the gun, it's Allen. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like two boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away.
The Titans take over
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. From the gun, Seymour. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. 55 is my guy, 55. Right here.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Check, 53's mine. Check, 53's mine. Go, tackle.
Look at me, zipper. Go.
Now Allen, gonna throw again. Finds his tight end Ingram. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took up.
Now Barkley stripped of the football. And that might be Titan football. It is. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Hey, that's good. That's good.
Go. Ready.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Hey, Sam on. Look at me. Go. Shoot.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Let's get it.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here.
A 29-yard attempt.
They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, Seymour. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Mike 55.
Hey, Orbit.
Back to throw. Seymour. They will find Davis. That's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
On the set.
Get ready. Action.
Protein spill.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
At the 31-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Seymour. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Greedy Williams, the rookie out at LSU, there to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Uncorks one for Davis. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 17 yards and a giant first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Allen to throw. Operating from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Hey, I'm coming. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Allen hit. He lost the football. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Five.
55. Watch the pass. Watch the
Leo.
Check 50.
5.
Now Allen again. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack, his second sack of the night. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, box truck. Shoot.
Here's Allen. He's going to have the hook up to Burnett. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Sponge. No.
Hey, Alpha. Hey. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl.
Allen hit. He lost the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Allen now from the gun. He'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
General West. Go. Hey, two.
Check 99. Check 99.
Hey, Charlie.
The pickup, first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Catch made by Slayton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards, good for a giant first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run on first down. Dyson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Leo.
Well, they'll try the jet sweep here. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants have taken the lead. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
You draw quarter. Go. Hey, exit.
Here we go on second and 12. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, but I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen looking deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Go! Now!
It's Barkley on the counter. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
No. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Delta. Be careful.
2nd and 5 now. Allen to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Allen, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. From 13 yards out, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Rosas true blue on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go. Do this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their first downs and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Check 55 to Mike. Get in the way room.
Pilot, 64, weak.
He's checking.
Yo, cheetah. They go.
On 1st down, Seymour. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Coming again.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Seymour. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Sam off. Check.
And an alley to run. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Rock it.
On second down, it's Burnett, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Check three. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They're going to run the jet sweep on third down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together Charles and nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Seymour, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
On the keeper. The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Let's get off the field, D.
And the New York Football Giants are the toast of the National Football League. They are the Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.